Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 here on the Hagenstedt map. Let's get back to reliving the glory days. They do have a lovely big field here to wander around in. Our new shorthorns. Look at these. Look at these beauties. I like these. I do. I like these a lot. Right. We are going to, so we've got those right there, which means that we now do actually have some water. So I can go over here. How do I use this? I'm going to turn that off. We're still ticking along at 30 times speed. So I'm going to put that on 1 time speed there. And I'm going to go here and, right. There, you've got to get close enough to it. And there's the water running in there. And that will fill that up so that we've actually got some water in here for our cattle. And we can have a look in here. They are on 0% productivity. Total mixed ration effectiveness 100%. They also require a clean feeding area and require some straw. Straw pellets, or just straw you can put in there. You can do either. Grass effectiveness 25%, hay, silage, hay pellets 75, total mixed ration 100. Do you not get any bonus now from having straw? You used to get 5% completely related to the straw and nothing else. Got a connection on there. Its milk contractor is closed, but it's between 6 and 1800. It's 10 past 6, so we're a little bit late for that. We're going to go and take this grass over here, and we're going to tip that in. I don't know how much grass the cows actually need. So we'll put the 2,500 litres that we've got right here. We will overload that. This one, I love how it comes up and tips it out like that, so we can tip it right into the trough properly. Right in there, like that, and we now have a little tiny bit going in there, and my goodness me, this thing goes slowly, doesn't it? How long does it take to empty out this box? I mean, seriously, this is a bit of an oversight here. There's something gone a little bit wrong with this. It should not be taking that amount of time. Also, we really do need to get that that machine. We desperately need to get that machine up here. 37,000 that's going to cost. So that's going to be tomorrow morning. Not sure that the grass we've got is going to be enough, and after we've bought that machine, then and only then will we consider buying more cows. So I'm going to just mow a little bit around the edge here to get one more load into this one. That's because I don't know if we got enough there for the 6 cows overnight. I think it does 10 days. Seasons only does 2 days. Only allows you 2 days worth of crop. But this, I believe, does 10 days worth. Now, if we've got 10 days worth, we're going to be fine with just what we've got. That will be more than enough that we've got lined up in there. But, yeah, you never quite know, do you? So we will bring this one all the way back over here like this. And we're nearly full now on this one. I'm just going to get that little bit out there because that's bugging me. I know there's a weed there with that bit as well, but we can always take that out. And then back round here, and yes, I have gone and missed another bit. And yes, that does irritate me enough that I want to go back and just cut that bit off, even though we don't actually pick it up. Right, there. Let's see if we can tip it into this one. I don't think that it will let us. I think this one here is now purely for decoration and nothing else. I'm not getting any kind of message come up for that one, so we'll leave that. We will ignore it completely. We will not get involved with it. And instead, we will bring this one back over around here. I don't want to risk putting, like, tipping this out on the ground, because I don't have anything at the moment to go and pick it up with, which is a little bit unfortunate. So we can start tipping that out there. I'm going to just jump down here. We are ready to start doing some fertilizer. So I know that we don't really need the massive tractor to do the fertilizer, but we will use this tractor to do the fertilizer anyway, because we've got this one right here, and I want to hurry up and get that on the field so that I can then skip the night, and we will have done everything then. That will be everything taken care of, and we won't need to worry about anything else. So let's just quickly get this out and spread across the field. I'm very tempted to take this mod, or take another fertilizer mod and double the width on it again. So I've got something stupid like a 90-meter spread on it and just use that. Purely because I've always found in this game, like, there's a lot of jobs that do take quite a long time to do, and they can be quite tedious to do as well. But I've always found the fertilizer one to be the most tedious of all of them, and I'm not entirely sure why. I guess it's because you got to do so much of it, right? The game does require you to do an awful lot of spreading fertilizer, and it just gets so dull. Like, you're doing the same thing over and over and over, and I realise that you are actually doing that with just about every job in this game, and that's kind of the point of the whole game, is that you are doing the same job over and over, but it just, I don't know, the whole fertilizer thing just seems to be extra tedious. It just seems to be more tedious than just about any other job. The grass should have been tipped in for the cows. Now, there we go. We've got 30% productivity on there now. Grass effectiveness 25%. We've got the water in there as well, which I'm assuming is what's pushing us that extra 5% that we've got on there, because we don't have any hay or silage gone in. It's just grass and water, and we don't even have any straw in it either. So it'd be interesting to see what difference that straw makes. Now, we are only getting slurry, and I think that is, I don't know if that's the base game or if it's this one right here, but I think it might be the base game, because we're not putting manure in. Because we're not putting straw in, we're not getting manure out. We're only getting slurry coming out. I think with the base game, like with seasons, if you put straw in, you only get manure coming out. You don't get slurry, which isn't very realistic. Most systems I know, even when they use straw, they still get both coming out because they have separators on their systems. And then they have two separate piles of the stuff. So, yeah, it's not like 100% realistic on there. Let's stop you there for a second, and we'll go over and we'll do this field. So there's 2 fields done. We're working on this next one now. Run up through there. Okay, I'm overlapping a bit. Honestly, I don't really care. Just let that go. Right, I'm going to leave you carry on there a minute. And this one, we'll take this back to the yard. I'm going to switch that over so that's on oats. Actually, I'll tell you what, before I do anything else, I'm going to go to this one and switch that onto oats as well. So that's ready for the next planting. And I'm going to go to you, and we're going to drive you back to the yard now. There's nothing that I can do with this one to, like, go and plant any extra bits that we may have missed anywhere. So I'm not even going to worry about those. I'm not going to concern myself with them in the slightest. We are just going to get this one back to the yard while the fertilizer is being spread. He's turning around right now at the top of the field. You can see he's not actually spreading any fertilizer. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to slow that one down a second. I'm going to go and check the fertilizer spreader. But of course, I would expect nothing less from it than something like this. You know what? I'm kind of thinking I'm going to bring you over to this side, and I'm going to set you going up this side of the field right here. Is that reaching all the way out? No, it's not actually reaching all the way out. I'm just going to step over a tractor's width there. Like that. That should be there. That's going all the way over to there, and yeah, we got plenty of space over there. I'm hoping now, like, it's got the shed that it's got to deal with, but it should get most of it up through there. I don't think it's going to be too much of a problem. Go and have a look here. Yeah, he got to the edge of the field up there. We've missed a little tiny bit up there. If I remember, I'll catch that in a second. Well, we may as well just watch this one up to the end of the field here, and then I can make sure that he does turn around properly, like he does actually put fertilizer across the hole. He's not going to. No, he's not going to. So I will do that for us there. Maybe not quite perfect, but it's good enough. That's all we need. We just need it like that. So then I can bring you around over here somewhere in the middle, and I can start you again. Off you go. Right, you're doing a grand job, and then we can get this one and get this one back to the yard and get it parked away. I've still got the little mower up there. We'll go and park that one somewhere suitable, but that's now strategically positioned so that we can easily go and check on our cattle. So I will probably park the mower next to the milk delivery thing, because that's then next to milk, and also it will be next to the water trough as well. So we'll be able to use both of those quickly and easily every single time. He has just now finished. Helper H has completed their task. So we will move Helper H now like that. Yeah, alright. Let's bring you back down again like that. Actually not quite done everything up this. You've done enough up here, I think. You've done enough. That'll be fine. I will just quickly do that. And we'll run up to the other end. I think there's maybe a couple of little spots right there somewhere. Do that. Right. Yeah, that's fine. We don't need to get it absolutely perfect. Like, we're getting to the point in the scale of things where if you leave little bits in the corners, it makes pretty much zero difference to the overall effect, the overall amount of cash that is coming in. So we just don't need to concern ourselves with it in the slightest. So I'm going to bring you in here like that and set you going. Yeah, that's... I think this one, we couldn't quite do it in 2 passes, could we? It was like a tiny little strip. That one there, the slightly longer field, we can do that one in 2 passes. But this one here, we couldn't quite manage it, except that what I did do previously was do it in 2 passes anyway. I just left a little tiny strip down one side and didn't worry about it. So I might just do the same now. I'm going to bring him up to the end like that, and then I'm going to move him up this way, like that, so that I've definitely got this field here covered. Need to just kind of bring it over a little bit. Is that covered? To come down there. Right, we'll go like that. That should be enough, and he should be able to do all of this field here with 2 passes, which is good. So while he's doing that one, and then we've just got the last pass to do on that final field right there. So while he's doing that, I'll take this one and we'll run it back down to the yard, because I'm right next to the yard now. This is but a moment's work. And then, what else was it? The only thing left is to go and move that lawnmower. I'm not going to worry. I'm not going to buy more cows at the moment, and I'm not going to do any more grass because the fertilizer is almost done. So we'll just move the lawnmower strategically to the right position for our cows, and then we don't need to worry about any of the rest of it. So you can come in here. That means that we want to be able to save up enough money to get the straw storage, which I'm hoping that I'll be able to get that with the money that we get from selling the barley. And then also we'll be able to get some money selling... right, so I want to get you... Actually, let's go and have a look at the fertilizer spinner a minute. What are we doing? Oh, right, well, yes, we are definitely doing a pass right the way across the field. That's good. I'll let this one come all the way down, and we can just move it straight across the road down there and do that last little bit. We're going to have... straw storage, I'm hoping, from selling our barley. And then we can get the straw that we get from the barley, and we can put that over there at the farm, and we can store it. And then the next round of straw from the oats, we'll probably just sell that straight away. And then on top of that, we also want to build a silage bunker, by which time... Right, if I just go there like that, and we just carry straight on across the road... there is that tiny little strip up through there, and if I just leave this and ignore it, he will go on and do that, which means that I can go here, and we can go and put this one strategically down over here, so it's right next to where the cows are, and we can make good use of it. So we can easily skip up here. This is why I think we should get another one of these. If we have a second one, we could park it near the farm. So, where do we put this one? I think the best place to put this one is actually going to be right in here. Like this. Now, if I put it there, like that, he's out of the way, and then if we go to another vehicle and we go back to it, that's what we're looking at. So we can just zoom out a little bit and we can immediately see the milk. We can see what's going on with it. I think that's an ideal location. It's not in the way either. Right? It's not in the way. It's tucked out of the way enough that we're not going to be like bumping into anything. So that is good. That is a really good thing. We got 0 litres on the milk. I don't like the fact that we've still got 0 litres on the milk. We shouldn't have 0 on milk now. We should have produced a. We've got slurry. We got grass. We just didn't have enough stuff. I mean, next reproduction rate is nothing right now. Manure and milk. It might be that we don't get milk until we actually put straw in. That just occurred to me that could even be a thing. Right, well, Helper F has now completed their task, so we are going to come down this way. I've already got it skipping along at 120 times speed, and what I'm going to do is I am going to park this one up outside the house, which is not something that would be in the least bit unusual for any farm that I have ever worked on. There, we've driven home in the tractor, and then we can run over this way, and we can go and get ourselves a little bit of sleep. We can sleep right now, so we will go for a maximum amount of sleep, 14 hours right there. And we got 50,000 euros property income that we managed to get over the last day. So that puts us up to 58,900 right there. I'm going to wait until 10 o'clock and we will aim to do a 10 a.m. milk delivery every day. That is going to be our target. 10 a.m. milk delivery every day. In the Estancia Lepacho series, I aim to deliver the milk every morning at exactly 9 a.m. So for this one, I'm going to do 10 a.m. We have 177 litres of milk. We actually have some milk. This is our very first milk that we've ever sold. So we just go onto here and we click sideways like that. The fee for collecting it is 520 euros. And we get 411 euros from selling the milk, which means that if we sell this milk via the delivery service, we will have to pay 110 euros to do so. I gotta be honest, it doesn't seem that profitable at the moment. I'm pretty sure if you crunch those numbers, there is room for improvement. You are fertilized, you are ready to harvest. You're not actually, strictly speaking, ready to harvest. You need another growth stage. But we can leave you like that. We don't need to. So let's have a look in how much we got left. We've got 3,399. 1,000 slow. See, I have no manure in here, and that's on 30%. So I'm curious what's going to happen when we do eventually get some straw in there. Whether that's going to increase the yield. It might not. We've got 63,000 euros now, which means that we not only have enough to get some grass, but we also have enough to get several more cows. So I can go and take the grass that we've got there in that field, and we can make use of the new machine that I want to get. So I'm going to bring that fertilizer spinner back into there, and I'm going to drop that one off like that, and then we're going to go shopping. Loading wagons. Yeah! Shopping, baby. There we go. I don't want that one. I want that one. And I'm going to buy that. Yes, 37,100 like that. Come out of there. And then there was a slight delivery cost on that one as well. bring you over. We're going to run this one up to the cattle and we're going to test this one out. No idea whether this one will work with hired help or not. Let's get that one hooked in. Look at that. Look at it. It looks brilliant. I'm already impressed. Can't turn very sharp because of the angled hitch on there. That's a pretty standard kind of thing when you've got an angled hitch like that. So I like that. Is that an Irish number plate on there? I don't know if it is or not. Let's get up to the top and be heading along the straight, and then we can take a look. We can have a look here. Is that... I don't know if that's a... Actually, I think that... I don't know what sort of number plate that is. SM781I, I think that should be. Is that an Irish number plate or not? Somebody who is in the know, can you please fill me in? Is that an Irish number plate, or is that just a random plate that doesn't actually have a country of origin? I'm looking at that and I'm thinking it's an Irish number plate. I know that they are different to British number plates. But I could be barking up the wrong tree on that one. I could be completely wrong. All that really matters, though, is getting this to the farm and getting it started up and actually testing this one out. So we do have a little bit of a trek. This one can now live at the farm. We don't need to be moving it backwards and forwards. Getting the straw up here is going to be a bit more of a tedious affair. It's going to take longer to do, but we only need to do that occasionally. So we're going to bring this one up to here like this, and we're going to unfold it. So it comes out like that. Let's just see if we've got any other options. We've got fold mower, change driving direction. That's in there. Unload here. There isn't. It's just turn on mower and lower pickup. That's it. So we don't have like any sort of special additional options or anything like that because I don't have the grass any further out. It's only going to go sort of from in here, but I'll bring it to that point and we'll start it off. So I'm going to go straight away with... Okay, hired help doesn't work, which is my single biggest issue with this, was whether or not it would work with hired help. So we can lower it and I can start it up. It might just be that we're not close enough to the field to use the hired help. I'll bring it to there. Hired help doesn't work with this machine. Right. I'm a bit disappointed with that. I was hoping that we'd be able to do this with hired help, so we won't be keeping this one very long. Because we can do the front-mounted mower along with the other bit combination. That we can do. Now, obviously, I wouldn't, in real life, just be leaving this down, but as I've got to do this manually, I'll drive up the side up here. And we'll take the kind of the outer edge on the field like that. It does work, though. We've got the mower right there. It does work. It does mow. It does pick stuff up. It's a little bit slow, and with the lack of the hired help, it really... that, for me, is a big drawback because of the amount of time that it is naturally going to take to pick up any grass. With a 2.5 meter cut on it... I mean, yes, when you've only got like 20 cows, this thing is perfect. This thing is it's actually absolutely brilliant. It's a wonderful, wonderful little tool, and it is everything I ever dreamed it would be, except that it doesn't use hired help. I don't like that. I don't like the fact that we have to do this manually, because, you know, it's as with a lot of these things, it's fun to start with, but then it starts to get a bit tedious, and what you'd like to be able to do is do this at the same time as doing some other jobs as well. And with us having to do it, we don't have that option. Let's bring you in round. So what I think I will do is I will use it once, and then I'm going to sell it back again. I'm going to return this to sender. And I think the way that I will do that is I will reset to shop the tractor, the front weight, and the machine as well. And then we will purchase ourselves a brand shiny new mower. and we will use that in conjunction with our forage wagon. And because we have, like, I can just set the forage wagon, I believe. I can just set that one going and then have the front-mounted mower, put that bit, sort of engage the hired help on that. And it should, in theory, just carry right on and mow all the way through and pick up everything as well, using the hired help function. At least that's the plan. If that doesn't work, then maybe we'll have to get a little bit more machinery. I mean, ideally what we really want is we want mowers up here, and then we want a tedder, and then we want a rake. Now, those two machines, the tedder and the rake, they're actually really cheap, and we can do that, because what that's going to do is we're not just then going to have the fresh grass here that I'm now picking up. I'm on 10,000 litres at the moment. We will have hay. And hay goes to 75% effectiveness. I mean, we could go and get the old silage bunker, and we could do it like that, but we also do need hay for the total mixed ration as well, so there's nothing to stop us from, like, putting in the hay and doing it like that. I like this machine. I do. I actually really like this thing. I think it's really cool that we can just go and mow and pick everything up all in one single pass. And we don't have to rely on having a front-mounted mower to do it. Yeah, we got this one. The advantage of this is, I mean, obviously with a lot of tractors now, they've all got front links. Like, it's a really common thing. But even just a few years ago, it was a lot less common having so many tractors with front links. It was, you know, the front of the tractor still, for a lot of them, didn't have those extra front links on them. So putting a front-mounted mower on the tractor was not always an option, and frequently, for a lot of farmers, it wasn't an option. Having a mower on the front of the tractor and then just picking it up with one behind was an option. So you had to have a specialized machine like this. And these days, I would guess that the reason that a machine like this, they're not very common, is even with a zero grazing system. As so many tractors now have the front-mounted links, it's going to be better to have a front-mounted mower and then a forage wagon or something like that that can scoop up the grass afterwards, rather than a single machine like this, because a single machine like this only has one use. This is the only thing that we can do with this, and you would really only want this for picking up fresh grass. If you're making silage, it's actually better to let the grass wilt in the field a bit. Like you mow it and then you leave it. You can leave it sometimes for 24 hours. You let it wilt a bit and dry out a little bit before you go picking it up, because otherwise all you end up with on the clamp is mountains more silage effluent coming out. You don't want that. You don't want loads more effluent being sort of dribbling out of your clamp. It's not a good thing. You got to control it and deal with it and so on. Right, we've got 50% full on this one. We'll take this over and we will dump it in. That's not even going to be enough for the 6 cows that we've got, but for me, it's good enough right now. That's all that really matters. So we can bring that back in there like that. And you travel along with it. You don't need to have it out to the side. You can fold it and then you can still empty it out. So we'll tip that out in there. And that's going to be, I don't know if that's going to be enough for the 6 cows or not. Okay, it's looking an awful lot like 6 cows require a lot of grass. There, right, we've now fed the 6 cows and they are completely... Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.